I'm standing outside a movie theater in Southlake, Texas. Americans love their movies. And in 2012, we stuffed the coffers of Hollywood with over $10.8 billion. Before we move forward, I want us to have a little bit of fun. I want you to imagine yourself under the famous Hollywood sign in California. I want you to imagine yourself on that mountain, and then I want you to paint the letter CFA right underneath that sign. Now I know that you're probably not in California and you probably don't have your paintbrushes with you. So what I want you to do is paint these letters in your mind's eye. The letter C for click, the letter F for flip, and the letter A for avoid. What we're going to do is, I'm going to count to 3 and you're going to pause your video. And when you're done painting these letters in your mind's eye, as creative as you can, I want you to press the play button again. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Many people blame Hollywood for the moral condition of America. We see perversion, profanity, and violence in movies all around us. But is Hollywood really to be blamed for the condition of America? Are they solely responsible for the immorality and violence we see all around us? In the first book of the Bible, there's a story of 2 very wicked cities. People were extremely vile and perverse, and God decided, because He's a righteous God, He decided to destroy those cities. He was going to destroy them with fire and brimstone. Yet there was a man after the heart of God by the name of Abraham. Abraham kind of argued a little bit with God and said, God, if I were able to find 50 righteous people in these cities, would you still destroy them? And God said, okay, if you find 50, I'll save those cities. Abraham argued all the way down from 50 to 10 people. Yet there were not 10 righteous people in those cities. And God ultimately destroyed them with fire and brimstone because of their wickedness. America today is morally very close to where Sodom and Gomorrah was. And we deserve the judgment of God just like those cities did. The question is, why was God willing to save those wicked cities for the sake of 10 righteous people? I believe it may be because God knew that if they were truly 10 righteous people, that those righteous people would be able to turn that culture around for good. Can we argue that God destroyed those cities not only because of their wickedness, but also because of the lack of righteous people? Can we argue that the moral decline in America is because there are not enough Christians who are standing up for what they believe? Could we argue that Christians may be to blame for the moral decline in America? Did you know that there was a day in Hollywood when they abided by a code called the Hays Code? They would not dare use the name of Jesus or God as curse words. And this code was established partly with the cooperation of the Christian community, and Hollywood abided by it voluntarily. Yet today, profanity abounds. Have you noticed how Jesus is being blasphemed in movies and television today? Yet, we will not see this kind of blasphemous attacks on Allah or Muhammad or Krishna or Buddha. The adherents of those religions just wouldn't tolerate it. As a matter of fact, Muslims are known for the violent acts they perform when their religion is being disrespected. The Bible teaches us that Christians are to be salt and light in this earth. We're supposed to be different. We're supposed to be a peculiar people. We are in this world, but we're not supposed to be of this world and partakers of this worldly things. The researcher Barna says that there really is no difference in the moral participation of Christians and non-Christians in America today. But here is the shocker. Are you aware of the fact that 70% of the total income of Hollywood in 2005, according to Barna, was derived from the spending of Christians? Yes, Christians contribute 70% to the total income of Hollywood. So what can we do to make a difference? What can we do to stop the immorality? You know, money talks. And if 70% of the budget, of the total income of Hollywood is taken away, they must listen to us. They must change, or they will completely disappear off the face of the earth. They won't be able to function. They won't be able to succeed. We don't have to protest with violence. We don't have to form picket lines. No. We just have to love Jesus with a sincere heart. We just have to be real. When we go on Sunday to worship Jesus and tell him how much we love him, we should not go on a Friday night to the movies and watch a movie where his name is being blasphemed. I'm sure you wouldn't go watch a movie where your mother's name is used as a curse word. Dear Christian, I think you already know the answer. The answer is CFA. Click away from that internet site when it disrespects your faith. Flip away from television shows that propagate perversion. Avoid movies that use the name of Jesus as a curse word, the same Jesus who died on the cross to save you from your sin. CFA. Click, flip, and avoid, and you can change the world.